3, 2, 1, let's go. So in this video, as I said, we're going to be doing some paint mixing and painting. So we're going to go ahead and mix up some blue paint, just a mixture of blue and white, 2 parts blue, 1 part white. And we're going to mix it up. Sorry, gotta fiddle with my brush, of course, because I can't just be a normal person. Anyways, we're going to mix up that blue and white paint, and that is going to be our background color. And also this painting is inspired by a character from Mariah Elizabeth. I'll put a picture of the 2 characters that it's inspired by at the end of the video. Now, the blue paint is almost done being mixed, but of course I kept mixing it even though it was already completely mixed. So we're gonna mix the paint. I'm stalling, can you tell? Anyway, now that the paint is mixed, we can go ahead and bring the painting back in as soon as I stop cleaning off my brush. Okay, now let's bring the canvas back in. Obviously, as you can tell, it is not actually white, it was purple with something painted on it, but it was terrible, so I painted a white base coat over it so that I could repaint it and turn it into this. So we're gonna go ahead and make the background color blue. Also, spoiler alert, the color is a whole lot lighter once it's dry, which is a good thing because I wanted a pastel blue, and the paint looked like a pastel blue in the bowl, but once I put it on, it didn't look as much of a pastel color, and it was fine until I saw what it looked like when it dried, and then I realized I liked the dried version a whole lot better. Anyways, now we're gonna let that dry, so we'll push it aside, and we will get out our bowl again. I definitely cleaned it so that we can put a different color in there, and we're gonna do pink and white because this is for the main part of the painting now. Can you guys guess what it is? Because you know it's pink, a pastel pink, and you know it's Mariah Elizabeth, and you're probably thinking, oh my gosh, it's gonna be one of her characters. And if you were thinking that, you are correct, because it's going to be one of her characters. But can you guess which one? Anyway, now that that's done, we're gonna mix the paint up so that we get a pastel pink, because for some reason we don't have pastel pink paint, so I'm custom making it. There we go. Now the paint is mixed almost fully, but of course I can't be a normal person and just stop mixing it once it's completely mixed. Anyway, I'm gonna scrape the paint off the sides. Why does it take me so long to mix paint? You're literally just mixing the paint to make it a lighter color. How long does that take? Do you have to clean your brush every time? Oh my gosh. Sorry, I get annoyed sometimes at myself when I take too long. Alright, now that's done, we're going to bring it in a tiny square of paper so we can test the color and dry it and make sure that it's the right color pastel pink, because if it's too dark, then it's not pastel. If it's too light, then it's like, it bothers me, so I'm going to make sure it's the perfect color. And at this part, I accidentally blew my paper away, like literally it went off the table, but I cut that part out, so you guys don't have to watch me struggle. Alright, now our canvas is mostly dry, but not completely, so whatever. So I'm using this pan lid to draw a circle, so now you guys are thinking, oh my gosh, it's a circle-shaped character. I wonder what it could be. And of course, I have to go and stick my head in the frame. Sorry. Alright, now the circle is drawn and ready to paint, so let's slap some pink paint on there. Also, did you guys notice that that was a face? I made a face with the paint on accident. I don't know. I'm weird, so... And there we go. It is ready. Now I'm showing the outline of the bow in like a really weird way. And now we gotta make some more paint to make the color for the bow. Yay! Oh my gosh! Because I can't just like let it be the same color as the blob. I mean, oh crap, I just spoiled the whole painting. Great, thanks a lot, me. Anyways, so we're gonna do pink and white again, and also it does not look like there's very much paint in the bowl, but there's actually a whole lot of paint, like a lot of paint, like so much paint. Like half the bowl was filled with paint, and honestly I don't think I really needed that much paint, but of course you gotta go and make a bunch of extra paint because you can't just live with a small quantity. Anyway, so now just painting that bow, laying it on nice and thick. But the problem is the paint is so thin because the white paint that I used, it's like really thin and it thins out the other paints. And so when I mixed it with the pink, it thinned it out because I used a lot of white because I wanted this color to be even lighter than the circle is. So now you guys know that there's a bow and it's like, oh my gosh, and now I'm making the paint even lighter. What are you doing? But now that you know it's a pink circle, and I spoiled that it's a blob and it has a pink bow, ring any bells? If not, go to our channel. If I remember, I'll link the video that this character is from down below so that you guys can see it, and I'll point out which one it is at the end of the video. But anyways, why does it take me so long to mix paint? It's paint! Like, seriously. And there, now that that is mixed, we can go ahead and continue painting. Yay! So, now that that's mixed, you're probably thinking, oh my gosh, what is that for? And also, we were literally just watching paint dry. Actually, wait, no, that part hasn't come down. Yeah, what am I saying? Sorry. Okay, now the paint is dry and now the paint is on and we're watching the paint dry for like 30 seconds. And now we can go ahead and get back to painting. And here's the part of the painting where I actually ruin it because I used the lighter version of the color that's on the bow and I put it on the blob to shade it, but then it goes terribly wrong and it literally looks like it's paint in oil, so there's like a wet splotchiness around it kind of thing. And so then I have to go back and completely repaint the blob in that new color, but I don't show it, don't worry. So here's why I try to fix up the like oily lookingness, and then it just makes it bigger and more intense and worse, and everything just keeps going wrong. So anyways, I just go back and completely repaint the whole thing, but then it annoys me that the bow and the blob are the same color. And ta-da! Now we have a face. Oh my gosh, it's just because I forgot to film some of it, so that's on me. And now we bring in the bowl again. It's kind of dirty, sorry, but we don't have any clean paint palettes right now, so I'm working with this. So this time we're doing red. Oh my gosh, what are you doing with red paint? That's gonna wreck the whole thing because it's supposed to be a pink blob. Yes, I know, I'm not an idiot. So we're also gonna be mixing white. And now you're probably thinking, oh my gosh, why are you mixing white with red? That just makes pink. And like, why can't you just use the pink you've already made a whole bunch of and wasted? Well, the answer to that question is, you'll see. Because I don't need pink, I just need a lighter red, like kind of a different shade than what I have. And honestly, mixing the white didn't do all that much. It didn't really make it that much lighter. It did make it a little less vibrant, which was good, so that part is fine, which is kind of what I wanted. I did also want a lighter shade, but I think I'm kind of aiming for a color that's impossible because it's either red or pink, you know, because if you add the white, it's pink, and if you get it somewhere in between, it's orange. So I'm kind of aiming for a color that doesn't even exist, which I know happens to Mariah Elizabeth a lot, because in one of her videos she literally said, like, I think I'm aiming for a color that doesn't even exist, and I'm just gonna keep trying and trying and trying, and I'll soon realize that it's impossible because it doesn't exist. Anyways, back to the painting now. So now we're going to put the red paint on. Surprise! It's the color of the mouth. Yes, I know, it's not a very important detail and I made so much paint for such a tiny little detail, but it's fine. I really wasn't thinking, and I forgot that if I put like a lot of red paint, there's also going to be white paint, so that's going to add to the quantity of total paint. So, anyways, I probably could have done 2 drops of red and 1 drop of white, but the drops of white are giant. Oh, look, and now we're adding a 2. Oh my gosh! Alright, now I'm showing that I outlined it because I wanted to do a black bold outline to make the character really pop out. And I also added my signature. I'm basically just telling you guys, if you're following along with this, add a signature. And now we're taking clear nail polish and we're covering the whole thing. And at first I was kind of worried because I didn't think it would work, but it did and it looks great. Now I'm adding the ME signature just to make it look realistic and less like a painting. And here's the final product. Yay!